What is up, RetroManiacs? My name is Mike. His name's EP. His name's Joe. We're not here to give you one. We're not here to give you two. No. We're here to give you 3 cards you need for your retro PC. I'm going to start it off this week with a 90s fantasy football darling. Any guesses? I'm not going to give you time to guess. Terrell Davis is correct. My card is... Woo, there, I can't, my microphone's in the way. There it is. The 1995 Signature Rookies Auto Phone X, baby. Right there. $2 phone card autograph. Terrell Davis rookie card. These are numbered to 37.50 and they're worth probably $10 to $15. Terrell Davis. I mean, I got this at a card show a little while back because I saw it and I had to get it. I just had to get it. It was Terrell Davis rookie card autograph that were put out today. Imagine how much that'd be worth. It was worth at least $2 back in the day. It would be a sticker auto, yeah. But Terrell Davis, I mean, he had a very short career because of knee injury and stuff, but man, was he good. I don't know that there was anybody better at least fantasy football wise, but compiling stats in that short little period of time in that late 90s kind of thing, that he was just so good. It's a shame that the knee injury kind of ruined it for him, but wow, what a player. And like anybody who watched football in the 90s, anybody played fantasy football, Terrell Davis is a guy that if you either love him or hate him because you either had him on your fantasy team or you played against him. That's my card.
Yeah, talk about a player like nuclear explosion type player, like just like bananas, like LaDainian Tomlinson, maybe even better than LaDainian Tomlinson, for that stretch of his career, like just like scoring that many touchdowns and being that good. And again, like you said, a shame. That card itself, like extremely unique, right? Like so you get a phone card, rookie card, autograph, and then also like the $2. Were there different denominations on those as well? $2 and $10 and stuff like that, or was it all $2?
Yeah, I think they had shorter numbered ones for the higher dollar amounts of the phone card. Yeah.
So just a really cool card to commemorate from back in that day. Yeah, I love it.
I have a lot to say about this card. A lot. All right. Number one, EP did not pass out from the fact that he's in his college uniform. Okay. So I'm proud of EP in that moment. Okay. Number two, you want to talk
clearly about the Denver Broncos. Their alternate uniform
when they played Athens, Georgia. Number two, you talk about fantasy football and being afraid. Our league that we've talked about quite a bit in 1996, God rest his soul, our friend Kelly had Terrell Davis on his team, and guess what happened in 1997 and 1998? Kelly won because Terrell Davis was unstoppable. And then Davis got hurt.
Him one pick before me when I was going to
pick him. Yep.
Would have rewritten history.
Number three, this is 2 weeks in a row that we're going to have to explain to kids what's going on with some of our cards. Last week it was a CD-ROM. This week it's or a couple weeks ago it was CD-ROM. This week it is a phone card. Yeah, we didn't have cell phones. We had to, if you wanted to call long distance, you're dialing a code into your rotary phone, people. So it's a very
probably had a payphone, right?
Yeah,
and then you use a payphone or your phone. You dial that number, you scratch off the pin, and you type in the pin. And you get $2 worth of phone calls, ladies and gentlemen.
Who knows? I mean, depending on what kind of phone calls you're making, you know what I'm saying? There's 1-900.
I would have gotten you a minute.
Quick.
Yeah.
And then finally, just that card in general. I need to pick up a Curtis Martin one of these. I have a couple of Curtis Martin autos from like those type of sets. That came out way before way before they were drafted. I think some of those cards came out. And I need to pick up a Curtis Martin one because he's in his Pitt uniform, obviously. But yeah, those are really cool cards in just a moment in time. Like you said a couple weeks ago, last week, moments in time are just awesome. And that's one of the big parts of the show that we love.
And the G on the helmet was their gelding auto.
Oh yeah, gelding Bronco uniform. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Awesome.
Alrighty, Pete, what do you have for us?
We're going to stay in the mid-90s and in 1995 for my card of a goat.
Theme show.
It is. This is the 1995 finest Ken
I
Griffey
like
Jr.
that
card. Like I love this card so much. It's an $8 card. It's going to cost you about $8 on. It's going to be 8 to 10 on eBay. Like 756 is the cheapest one on ComC. This one still has the coating on it. The PS refractors of this stuff just are outrageous. PSA 10 graded cards of this are outrageous. This one's off center, so I'm not going to get it graded, but it's one of my favorite Griffey cards for sure. Just a base card, but again, $8. One of the really and I'm a huge fan of Finest, of course. So I love it.
That's a great card. Also, they did a Finest flashbacks of that a couple years ago of that design. So you can get maybe the refractors of those for a little cheaper if you want one that looks the same but isn't quite as expensive. But yeah, I love that year of Finest. That's one of my favorite years. I love that design, which is weird because it's like a deep green, which is not normally a color that you would think on a card would be all that
works
popular.
with Griffey for sure.
But it does, yeah. Those were great cards, and the refractors.
Yes.
Oh, they are some of the nicest cards. So expensive, but worth every penny because they are freaking gorgeous. So yeah, great card. I mean, if it's EP, it's a base card, it's a Griffey card. I mean, but that's a higher end one. Good job getting one that's worth more than $1 there, EP. I might actually be able to find a picture of that one this week.
It's a base card, it's a Griffey card, but also it's Finest. I mean, if I can say one thing about EP, if on his tombstone in 100 years from now, it's gonna be lover of Topps Finest. Like that might make the obituary and the
definitely in the obituary.
Article.
Definitely in the obituary.
Yeah. No, Finest great, and that card, the green works for the Griffey. I mean, I don't know if it would work for like a Frank Thomas card. Probably still would.
I think it does. I think it does for I think all the
Griffey. It looks absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
Finest, one of the best sets out there.
All right, Joe, what do you have for us?
I didn't get the memo. It was 1995 day because I'm going to do 1995 -1 and go with 1994 Pinnacle. Possibly my favorite design of the base cards in Pinnacle, but I'm going to go with an insert. I'm going to go with the Team Pinnacle Dufex, the Berries, Sanders and Foster. You can. This is a one in. Yeah, I had this card back in the day. I think it got lost in that Peskin on Fire, but this is such a great set that I feel I may start putting it together and putting it into a binder.
Yes.
Like I think this would be a great binder because again, the front of the card, you've got Barry Sanders or Barry Foster if you want to get frisky, right? Front of the card, you have Barry Sanders, then you flip it over and you got Barry Foster there. It was the NFC, AFC thing. The checklist is actually really, really fun for this set. But this is the first one I remember, and I could be wrong, but previous years I feel it was just either a matte finish or maybe just a glossy finish. This was Dufex. This was like a foil card that it was really, really nice. And Barry Sanders, obviously, but when I was a Steeler, the 2 weeks with last couple weeks, I don't know when these are all airing, but the Barry Foster side of this, he was my favorite Steeler. I mean, number 29, I loved him. He's apparently a middle school principal now, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, I love Team Pinnacle, love Dufex, love the mid-90s. That's my card. You can pick it up for like $9-ish. Get it on ComC though. eBay, they have them listed for like 20 plus. Go to ComC if you're gonna get this card or any of the other cards. There's an Aikman, Steve Young, for example. Like go to ComC and maybe snag up all those.
He was more of a big bruising type back, right? Like if you don't picture him as a school administrator. Then
he had those big shoulders.
Yeah, the really big shoulders. Yeah. So just picturing him as a school administrator is kind of weird. That's an awesome card. Is that Dufex on both sides?
I think it's just Dufex on the one side, foil on the other side. Yeah,
like that technology, we keep clamoring for somebody to bring that back. And I would love to see a card with both sides, but I wonder if it's even possible. Like it just feels like there's something about that card. There's a reason why they're not making it anymore, right? Yeah. So there's got to be a reason.
Yeah, the company went out of business that printed it. There was a place that manufactured it in England, and they're not around anymore. So I did read something about somebody maybe trying to start something up about that, but I have no idea where. So maybe I just made all that up.
Yeah. It's a totally different look of a card. If you've never gotten a Dufex card or held one in your hand, buy it. Buy a Dufex card. Find one at a card show. They are so different than what they have now.
They're the best card design, like the paper they're however process that was ever created. So great card, even if it is Barry Foster on the back ruining a Barry Sanders card. But
oh, come on, Mike.
Mike
That's not the weirdest combo, by the way, for that set. That is not the weirdest combo.
Really?
Barry Foster was a thing back then.
Yeah,
though,
he really was.
He's still autographs are still being pulled of him, right? Silver Sport.
Silver Sport did pull a couple.
I mean, like I said, he had his moment in time. He was a really good player for a couple of years there. And I mean, unfortunately, just like Terrell Davis, it didn't last very long. His maybe a little shorter period of time than Terrell Davis.
He didn't have the highs of Terrell Davis, but I mean, he was, when they went on their AFC Championship run that I famously cried because of Alfred Kapunu. That year he was just spectacular. One last thing though, I do want to point out the weirdest card, probably Brett Favre and Rick Meyer. That might be the weirdest combo. But
Rick Meyer was a thing at the time.
He was
for a couple of years there. All right, guys, there were 3 great choices again because we love our viewers. That's all we got for you. See you next week. Take care, guys.
See you, boys.
See you.